Okay, please introduce yourself.
All right. I'm Deborah Hollins, and I'm the Executive Director for Nanaimo Family Life Association.
Okay, tell us why your United Way funded program is important in the community and explain the issues that are addressing, as well as what would happen if your program was not running.
The United Way funds a couple of our programs. They fund our volunteer counseling program, which has been operating in Nanaimo since 1967, and they fund our Emerging Elders program partially as well. Our volunteer counseling program offers counseling services from trained volunteers to all of Nanaimo's families, individuals, and youth. And we service over 1,500 people a year through that program. So without that program, those individuals would go out without counseling and would go out with having some significant needs addressed in their life. Needs that would help them to address things like sexual abuse, relationship conflict, bullying for youth, suicidal thoughts, ideation, every kind of situation and issue that comes up, we see come through our doors. Our Emerging Elders program was a one-year funded program that educates people on the real issue of elder abuse in our community, an issue that unfortunately affects a lot of the senior citizens that live in Nanaimo. So with that funding, we are going forward and we are talking to people about elder abuse, educating them on what it is, how to recognize it, and ways to get some help as well.
Okay. Thank you very much for that. Okay, can you tell us a brief story of how one of your funded programs has impacted individuals who have accessed it and its services?
Yes, I definitely can. We have a number of people who come back to us, and they come back to us with their stories of thanks and appreciation. We have one family in particular that stands out for me that I've talked about quite a bit is a grandmother and a grandfather who became instant parents once again when unfortunately their daughter died and they were left to raise their grandchild. This elderly couple raised this young boy, and he began to display a number of issues related to the grief of losing his mother and father. Then the grandmother died, leaving the grandfather and the boy to kind of be in the family just on their own. And things began to really disintegrate to the point where the boy started to do very poorly in school, get involved in some criminal activity, started to show signs of really going down a road that wasn't going to serve him in his future. They became part of the volunteer counseling program, each of them getting individual counseling and then getting counseling to help negotiate between the two of them ways to live, to bring peace, to bring harmony back into the family. And the issues that were dealt with, of course, were issues of grief, issues of anger, of having been, left at such a young age, a number of issues and generational issues, between the grandfather and a young man. And that was a real success story. That young fellow went on to graduate from high school and go into VIU. The grandfather became part of our senior programming and started to do outreach to other seniors. So his life got more interesting as a result as well. So just really stories about how families can really thrive, no matter what composition they might make up, families defined by the people in it. And we just feel that these programs support whatever needs arise in that.
Oh, that's very interesting. Okay, how much importance our donors add to us at the United Way. So can you just take a moment to thank our donors for their support?
Oh goodness, yes. I would thank the donors, all those people who contribute to the United Way for what they give and for how far their dollars go in our programs. I think that as a nonprofit, we're able to be really creative with our work, and because our work is done through volunteers, we are able to go really far on very little. But the impact that we make is priceless, and so we just appreciate so much everything that we get.
Okay. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.